This one's for my fellow Gen Zers. I recently just finished watching a YouTube video of a 55-year-old man who recounts how he was able to retire at 55 years old. Now, being in Gen Z is an interesting predicament, is it not? Housing prices are up, costs of goods and commodities is up, and we're stuck here scratching our heads. A lot of us want kids. We don't know how we're going to swing that anytime soon, especially with our aging parents. We want them to be grandparents. We want to own homes. It's super stressful. And there's a lot that's outside of our control. But the one thing that I really liked that inspired me to make this video is he talks about the controllables that led him and allowed him to retire early. And that is separating the needs from the wants. We all impulse buy. I'm super guilty of it. We all are. Another video on finances. I know so many of you are sick about all this, about hearing about finances. But being a Gen Zer, how do we gain traction? How do we get to the point where we can retire when we're 55? Who knows if we'll be able to. But to increase the chances that we can wind up in this man's shoes, the importance is to realize that what we don't need, we shouldn't necessarily go out and buy as much. And we should take that money that we'd spending on just wants or frivolously. We all need to live. That's the balance, right? We all need to enjoy and spend some of our money. But if we're being honest with ourselves, we're probably spending more than we really need to be. And we could be better at saving and investing. And that's the take home. Is for us, with finances being harder than they ever have been, we need to do more. We need to take more of an effort to channel the money we do make and keep it and invest it and grow it. That's it. Some of us are different. I'm somebody who enjoys the process of discipline. And so there's a lot of things we can do as well that don't cost a lot of money that are fun. Socializing with our friends and family. A big one for me is fitness. I don't spend a ton on supplements. I don't spend a ton on food. I don't spend a ton on gym memberships. But I do just enough to keep myself fit and healthy. And that takes up a pretty good amount of my time. And is it expensive? Not really. And by spending that time more productively, I show up better. I grow my confidence. I grow my skills. I grow my ability to hold on to the things that I earn and multiply how fast I earn those things. And that allows me more freedom. So we don't want to hear it. The one complaint I have for my fellow generation is, yes, it is very difficult. Arguably more difficult than it's ever been, like I said. But we also like to complain. We also don't want to put in the work as a generation because it's hard, it's daunting. You look up and you see the mountain that you have to climb to reach that point that we all want to reach. And many of us throw in the towel before we even start. Don't have a victim mindset. Get out there, live, enjoy the journey. That's what this is all about. But be smart. And before you make that next impulse purchase, stop and ask yourself, do I really need that? Because at the end of the day, and as this man in the video explains, time is the most finite resource we have. And there are two times that we can work hard in our lives. We can work hard at the beginning when we're young, or when we're older, more towards the end. I'm not sure about you. I want to put, while I have my youth and my energy, all that drive to now, so that when I'm older and I don't have my youth, I can sit back and I can enjoy the fruits of my labor. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.